Pottery rule breaking bowl edition. First thing to do is to carefully spiral wedge your clay. You can see how I'm carefully moving the clay in a circular direction to properly wedge it. Now that I have perfectly wedged my clay, I am going to weigh and measure my balls of clay for throwing. Yep, perfectly weighed and measured. Ooh. We'll save these for later. It's good to have some pre-measured balls of clay ready to go. All right, now that I have wedged this into the perfect consistency and round bowl, let's go ahead and throw it. All right, let's take our perfectly measured 3/4 pound piece of clay. And we're going to put it on the wheel. All right. I didn't put that on very well, did I? No, it's perfect. It's perfectly on the wheel. Once you have your piece of clay on the wheel, then I always cone up and down at least 3 times to get my clay the perfect consistency, as you can see. And slightly off script right here, guys. I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm right-handed and my wheel is spinning in the wrong direction for somebody who is right-handed. So by the time I realized this, I'd already thrown 1,000 pots and was like, oh, I'm doing this completely wrong. That's why I have trouble. So I don't even throw right. I kind of pull from the inside and the outside at the same time because my left hand isn't very dexterous. So if you're wondering why my throwing looks a little different than other people, I'm supporting this hand. Oh, that's right, sorry. Back to our script here. I am coning up and coning down perfectly because that's gonna be awesome. And my clay is gonna be the perfect workable consistency. Yeah, so I didn't pull up. You saw that. I don't really do that. I'm gonna make sure that this is nice and even here. I think I'm gonna bow this one out a little bit. Okay. Yes, perfect and ready for the next step. And now I'll just slow dry this pot for a week or so out of direct sun and in a very moist place. All right, here I am perfectly tapping center. Yeah, I don't really center my stuff on the wheel. Okay. So as you can tell, this is a little bit wet, the clay, but I don't care. I don't tap center, I will tap to make sure I'm not going to trim right through the bottom. All right, perfect, all done. The clay's still wet. Yeah, that looks great. There's our rule-breaking bowl. You watch, I'll get an S crack in the bottom and everybody can be like, I told you so. Well, that was a fun little experiment. And there's a motorcycle going by. Well, that was a fun little experiment. I just want to say that creative people have an amazing amount of ingenuity, and no matter what your circumstances or what tool you're missing, there's always a way to be creative and to make art. I feel like, you know, there are a lot of how-to videos out there, and there's a lot of, this is the right way to do something. I would encourage you that it doesn't have to be the right way. It can be your way, and you can find your own way, and, you know, just feel empowered to create and to not feel like there's some standard that you have to live up to. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be fun, and, you know, creating pottery, creating art, that should always be fun. So yeah, break some rules, and I would love to hear what rules you break in your own studio. Are there corners that you cut, things that you think are necessary, not necessary? I'd love to hear all of that. So leave me a comment, let me know. Thanks.